Watch all episodes of Citadel Honey Bunny now on Prime Video.
You made a huge mistake. You shouldn't have come back here.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 times TV characters went beast mode.
I'll dance with you.
We'll be omitting animated shows, as that's a list for another day. Number 10. Hawk exercises his demons. Cobra Kai. What better way to kick off this list than with a show dedicated to fighting?
Who's going down next?
Let's go.
He's mine.
Get him, Lit.
When Sensei John Kreese invites local athletes to join Cobra Kai, the brainwashed Hawk sees an opportunity to get some payback on a schoolyard tormentor of his, Brooks. After Hawk unflinchingly volunteers to square off against Brooks, Kreese makes sure he has full reign to go beast mode. And Hawk does not hold back.
Please, stop. Finish it.
Despite Brooks' desperate pleas for mercy, Kreese spurs on the beatdown, though we imagine Hawk would have been liable to continue anyway, flashing back to his own trauma. The rest of the students are visibly shaken, and we can't exactly blame them.
All right, class. I think we can call it a day. Somebody pick him up.
Number 9. Killing the Messengers. The Witcher.
She knew you'd come. Where's Renfrey?
Fans of the Witcher franchise had high hopes in terms of the live-action Netflix series, and whether or not those expectations were met, the first episode at least established how much of a badass Geralt of Rivia is. Nowhere is that more apparent than in this scene, when hired goons try to deter him from performing his Witcherly duties. As begrudging as Geralt is, he shows just how quickly he can release the beast by dispatching the messengers in brutal fashion. He's then confronted by the ringleader Renfrey, but her own rage only prompts him to put her out of her misery. It just goes to show that Geralt isn't afraid to take his aggression out on others if provoked. Number 8. Air Vamp. Preacher. Speaking of pilot episodes, Preachers 2 sets the tone early on with one of its characters, this time in the form of Pontius Cassidy, an Irish vampire who's more than willing to get his hands dirty, not to mention his fangs. While tending bar aboard a private jet, Cassidy soon learns that the gents he's serving are actually vampire hunters.
Yeah, but what do I know? I'm just another shit-ass Irishman, am I not? Am I not just that?
With the sun on the rise, Cassidy quickly makes them wish they had never taken up the profession. With Cassidy utilizing anything he can get his hands on as a weapon, we're left to wonder in stupefied amazement how the tone of the scene could have gotten so unwieldy.
Go to hell, abomination.
When will you Egypts learn, huh?
Cassidy then pulls a DB Cooper and jumps out, leaving us to pick our jaws up off the floor. Number 7. Piper vs. Pennsatucky. Orange is the new black.
Hey! Where do you think you're going?
Oh no, you do not want to fight with me right now, crazy. You do not.
The ostensible good girl at Litchfield Penitentiary, Piper Chapman probably isn't the first person you'd think would beat up another inmate. That'd be her victim, Tiffany Pennsatucky Doggett. But when the latter tries to kill Piper in the season 1 finale thinking she's on a mission from God, things escalate quickly.
Oh! Like when you run out to play.
You back the f*** off me.
Due to a myriad of factors, from C.O. Healy ignoring the situation to Pennsatucky insulting her self-worth to the endless frustrations she's endured over the season, something within Piper snaps, and she lets out all her anger on her would-be assassin. We find out in the next season that Pennsatucky survives, but based on this beatdown, we weren't so sure initially. Number 6. Not so merry merry-go-round. The Punisher. You gotta expect that a character called the Punisher would be dealing out some brutal justice, and this Netflix series certainly pulled through in that regard. Also a Season 1 finale, Memento Mori sees Frank and Billy's sordid relationship come to a head at the carousel where Frank's family died. Frank, now emblazoned with the iconic Punisher skull, makes Billy remember his own mortality by engaging in a near-death brawl for both sides. Both parties go beast mode here, but it's Frank's disfigurement of Billy's face, giving him the jigsaw appearance befitting his namesake comics counterpart, that really makes us step back in awe at the brutal ruthlessness that is Frank's justice. Number 5. Jack vs. Abu Fayed, 24. Honestly, we could do a whole list of times Jack Bauer went beast mode on 24, but if there's one rough and tumble brawl that stands out the most, it's his deadly one with extremist Abu Fayed. When an interrogation of Fayed fails, Jack and the CTU stage a rescue to trick Fayed into revealing the location of nuclear weapons. It doesn't go too smoothly, but Jack does indeed manage to keep Fayed from activating them. After Jack takes out Fayed's men, a lack of bullets forces him to get up close and personal with Fayed. Though both go beast mode, it's Jack's ultimate ending of Fayed by way of chain that has us most shaken.
Say hello to your brother.
Cold, savage, and oh so satisfying. Number 4. Jesse learns the truth. Breaking Bad.
You no show? Why didn't you call? Why didn't you? Stop! Code Red!
Jesse Pinkman has a lot of reasons to hate Walter White, only he doesn't know of them until it's way, way late in the game. Finally putting 2 and 2 together, Jesse realizes it was Walt who poisoned his girlfriend's son Brock. Incensed, Jesse barges in on Saul and forces him to confess, knowing he at least played an inadvertent hand.
You stole the cigarette.
What?
The ricin cigarette! You had him steal it off of me! And all for that asshole Mr. White!
While Walt's steely demeanor and cold-hearted nature makes him the scariest character on the show, Jesse exemplifies in this scene that when pushed to the emotional brink, he too can be ruthless. He proceeds to Walt's house in an attempt to burn it down, but is ultimately talked out of it by Hank.
You can't keep getting away with it! You can't keep getting away with it!
Honestly, he probably should have lit up the place. Number 3. Surviving the Ambush, The Walking Dead. Daryl Dixon became a breakout fan-favorite character on this zombie show thanks to his tenacity and overall badassitude. And even as the show waned in quality, his abilities never did, as evidenced by this scene.
Wallet! Kill me!
Here, Daryl tries to get the jump on Whisperer leader Alpha in the woods, only to have his vision blurred and a knife in his leg. With both combatants injured, the disguised Alpha attempts to have walkers set upon Daryl. She clearly didn't watch the previous 9 seasons of the show, as otherwise she would know that trying to take out Daryl was a fool's errand, because he continuously overcomes his hindrances to kill those that are already dead. Fans have always dreaded Daryl biting it, but we hardly need to worry. Number 2. Stormtrooper Slaughter, The Mandalorian. Boba Fett is a character many fans believe was done dirty before The Mandalorian, and done dirty after, come to think of it. But his first full appearance on the first Disney Plus series gave them exactly what they've always wanted. After Boba confronts Mando about his stolen armor, they're set upon by Imperial troopers who attempt to capture Grogu. The way Boba dispatches the troopers with a gaffy stick is gratifying enough, but the moment he re-enters the fight in his classic armor really seals the deal for us. The remaining troopers wisely attempt to flee, but Boba's about ready to celebrate with some fireworks. Now that is how a Star Wars character goes beast mode. Number 1, The Mountain and the Viper, Game of Thrones.
Have they told you who I am?
Some dead man.
Game of Thrones is another one of those shows where characters are going beast mode on the regular. But never were we so entertained by it, and appalled really, than when Oberyn Martell went up against Gregor Clegane.
You murdered her. You killed her children. Say it now and we can make this quick.
With Tyrion on trial by combat, Oberyn volunteers to be his champion, if only to get revenge on his opponent Clegane for murdering his sister Elia.
You murdered her! You killed her children!
Though showboaty, Oberyn clearly has the upper hand. As much as we'd love to give him sole beast mode credit, his desire for retribution distracts him and allows Clegane to recover from a seemingly fatal wound and crush his head with nothing but his hands. Well, we guess that's why they call him the Mountain. Any other TV beast mode moments you can think of? Regale us in the comments.
Nice shot. I was aiming for the other one.
Watch all episodes of Citadel Honey Bunny now on Prime Video.